It's an all John Force Racing final. Mike Neff and John Force. First time they've raced one another in a final. Let's send you over to Stat Guy.
Couple stats about John Force in final rounds against his team. He actually has a losing record, 14 wins to 15 losses against what he calls his hired assassins. But here's my favorite John Force stat about the Winter Nationals. He wins this race in the past. He has go on to win the championship.
So there is John. Will this be the turnaround as he goes for a possible 16th Funny Car Championship?
And his teammate Mike Neff in the right-hand lane. The body goes up as they'll make their final adjustments. And talking with him before they came out to the staging lanes, Mike said, you know, with an all-JFR final, I've got nothing to lose, especially racing the boss. So I'm going to try and pick it up a little bit right here. So it could be something fantastic coming out of Mike Neff's car.
Well, and if it's any indication of what we saw in the finals, you take a look at wins by lane. The right lane has been better. Mike Neff's been very consistent with 407, but when we were here in the fall, Matt Hagan ran 4 flat in the final. Robert Height ran 403. So we know the track conditions are good to be able to lay down the kind of number that Mike Neff is trying to get. Oh, Neff was late.
John Force, a 4:08, his 1100th round win. He lays down the gauntlet. The Force is back. Is he looking ahead to a 16th championship? Yanks the whole shot out on Neff.
By over a 1/10 of a second. Mike Neff was just dead late. I don't know what happened. Something must have distracted him. 1:75 reaction time. John Force was 0:67. And I'll tell you what, that was all it took right there. Even though Mike Neff was running 4:03 on the left side of your screen, he could not catch that 4:08 as both cars drift towards the wall past the finish line. But John Force collects the Wally.
Dean Antonelli, last year, you had 22 opportunities to go to a final. You only did it once. You won once. It's the first opportunity this year. What does this win mean to this team and John Force?
Well, a lot of changes over the offseason, and, you know, couldn't have done it without the help of Jimmy and Mike Neff. And, of course, Medley coming back did a great deal. And now I got Danny over here. He's a great deal with Ron going over to Courtney. And just way to kick off. And, man, it's a big load. And, you know, we did it, I guess.
Lyle says it all.
John Force accepts the Wally. You've talked about how this team has been refocused, re-energized. What does this mean to you to kick off the season with a Winter Nationals victory?
Well, I haven't been winning in a while, and Mike Neff, Robert Height, they've been killing us out there, but I'm excited that I can come back. My baby girl with Traxxas, she did her job this weekend, you know, win some rounds, but for me, it's really kind of special. My brain trust, most of it's back together. Dickie Venerables came back to run the Top Field Dragster for Brand Source for Brittany, but John Mellon is the one that really put everything back in line for me, you know, with the Eric Mellon project. When I lost John Mellon, it was a big chunk out of me. When I lost Austin Coyle, it was a big chunk out of me. So the moons are right. I got this trophy right now. I'm going to give this trophy to all the guys on our brain trust because they all worked on my car. Let me tell you something. Jimmy Prock, Mike Neff, those guys all were over there. Robert Height changing fuel tanks because we had problems. But at the end of the day, Dean Antonelli, Ron Douglas, I got me a hot rod again, and I got me a brand new leg. So Brand Source, Mac Tool, all the sponsors, Freightliner, Mag, God bless you, even O'Reilly's, Castrol, and Auto Club, Ford, yeah.
His 1100th round win.
Mike Neff runs the best run of his career and loses.